We all have friends, some of them are seasonal, but some stay with us always through thick and thin. What if I told you the person sitting next to you claiming that he or she is your best friend or buddy suddenly will kill you? This story began with a girl named Helen Rose Hastings. She was born in Houston, Texas. She was the only child of Philip and Susan Rosenburg. They both were successful biologists working at Baylor College of Medicine. Helen Rose was described as smart, bright, and intelligent girl. She was able to speak full sentences when she was just 18 months old. She had a really good childhood with a lot of hobbies, from theater, swimming to robotics. She was kind of curious child who wanted to learn everything. She was like a magnet though. She always spends her school vacation traveling all over the world with her parents. When she was 7, she was inspired by the Japanese culture. She told her mom when she grew up, she will open an institute for the scientist women in Japan. Sadly, her dream never come true. Sometimes life is different from our plans. Things become weird when Helen reached middle school. She didn't fit in the classmate. They always found her weird. Then Helen was diagnosed with mesophobia. Mesophobia is a condition which make you intolerant to certain sound like chewing, pencil tapping, sniffling, finger tapping. She cannot even sit in the class or have lunch with her classmates. So kids at school made things even worse for Helen. By the time she identified as pansexual. A pansexual is a person who is interested in other people sexually or emotionally or both, regardless of their gender, including male, female, and transsexual. Other students didn't understand her, they bullied her. So now a vibrant, smart, and bright girl became depressed. She even developed eating disorder. She spent all her time alone, thinking that nobody liked her, nobody understand her. Let's talk about cosplay. Cosplay is a practice of dressing up as a character from a film, book, or video game. Cosplay is a costume play, an activity and performing act in which participants called cosplayers wear costume and fashion accessories to represent a specific character. Cosplay is famous in many countries of the world, especially in Japan, East Asia, and Europe. Helen was invited by her friends to a local cosplay convention. That sounded exciting to Helen. For like whole 3 days, all cosplay person play their character and they live their character. They almost forgot about the real world and real character and harsh reality of the world. Helen wanted this type of escape from her devastating or depressing life. So she liked that idea and she liked this world of anime character. In this community, Helen fits exactly. She quickly became part of it. In no time, she established herself in the world of cosplay community. She gained a lot of followers on TikTok and Instagram, where she was posting her cosplay videos like regularly. On the other hand, her mother was quite skeptical about Helen's new interest, but she was happy for her child as she was back in life. One of the friends she had met at cosplay was Anne Oliver Snow, also known as Yandere Freak, aka Snow the Salt Queen, in the world of cosplay. Snow was a few years older than Helen. She was in this cosplay since 2016. She was also from Houston. She always came up with different outfits and hairdo in her videos. She had a really big fan following on TikTok. She had 1.6 million followers on TikTok. This thing made her kind of celebrity. She was particularly well known for cosplaying characters. Those who know Snow describe that she's kind of problematic person. She and her group always do things which seems inappropriate, indecent, and disturbing. Like in 2019, she had posted a video on social media where they were having a photo shoot at a local cemetery. They were like sitting on the gravestone, swimming on them, and even dancing on the top of them. This thing really enraged a lot of people who found Snow's action being disrespectful. After all this mess, instead of apologize, she was okay with this. She even claimed that they took permission from the authorities or management before this photo shoot. But the superintendent of that area came forward and posted that she was saying wrong. He also warned her if she ever tried to come back in that graveyard, she have to bear the consequences and they will file a complaint campaign against her. Later on, she came up with some sick kittens and asked money for medical help for them. But after some time, people learned that she just pocketed that money. Despite from all these controversies, Helen and Rose became really good friends. They often hang out together, but this friendship has no cool ending. On 17th of January 2021, police received a call from a house in Huston where someone was reported to have been shot. The person was rushed to hospital where the person passed away sadly. And that person was no other than Helen Rose Hastings. She was studying in neuroscience, psychology and art. Her classmate called her warm and friendly person, always smiling. News of her death released on social media of 20th of January 2021 and her family and friends were like devastated. Nobody has the clue what did exactly happen and how did she die. For like months, no one has the clue, no one has the answer to the question how did she die. Finally, truth revealed and everybody was horrified. We lose our someone, we grieve in different various ways. Somebody will cry louder and somebody will keep quiet and grieve lonely. Now these days we all have social media accounts, so we use our social media platform to show our grief and sorrow, sharing pictures, sharing sweet memories and some good words. It's totally natural. But in Snow's scenario, everything was totally opposite. She was acting way too normal, as if nothing happened. She has no emotional attachment to her best friend Helen. She was posting continuously cosplay video. She never mentioned her and she never talked about her, which seems quite strange, but nobody could imagine that Snow was actually involved in Helen's. According to the police, Helen, Snow, and some other girls were together at the Snow place where they were dancing, smoking, and drinking together. Around midnight, they decided to watch a movie together, which was a Batman-inspired series called Gotham, and they decided to play cosplay. At this point, Snow told all the girls that she had a gun, and just like the character Penguin has in that series. So they went to the garage to get that gun. When they came back, they started playing with that gun and messing around. Suddenly, things took a dark turn. Some girl came to Snow and asked her jokingly, said, "Oh, shoot me." Snow placed that gun for a second and then lowered it. Then Helen said, "Okay, now it's my turn." Snow said, "Okay, it's fine, why not?" Helen said, "Oh, shoot me." Snow placed that gun at the left side of the Helen's head and pulled the trigger. Helen was shocked and horrified. Helen fell on the ground bleeding. Snow had killed her best friend. All the girls were in complete panic. They all were horrified. One of the friends were trying to stop the bleeding with teddy bear. Snow was continuously saying that, "I thought it was empty. I didn't mean that. It was an accident. I didn't purposely did that," but she killed her. Somebody managed to call 911 and Helen was rushed to the hospital immediately, where she fought for her life for like 2 days but sadly passed away. Snow was later arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter, which consists 2 to 20 years in prison according to the state law of Texas. Snow claimed that gun was belonged to her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend, which he had left at her place when he moved out. Boyfriend said that he removed all the bullets from the magazine. Everyone thought that it was empty and it was safe to play with it. Later on, Snow was released on $20,000 pound and went back to normal life like nothing happened. She continued posting her cosplay video for like 9 months. This thing was really disturbing for a lot of people. They believe that Snow has no regrets what she did and she was having a normal life after attempting a horrific crime. After all this, she private her TikTok and Instagram account. Her lawyer came forward and he said that she's currently distancing from the social media for a while. He also said that Snow is now remorseful about what she did. Don't know what to say. What do you guys think, that it was an accident or planned murder? Tell your comments in the comment section.